Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 50. 50 days in a row of being here, right? Now, will the Bakkt launch help Bitcoin go mainstream? Buying and selling crypto is tax-free in Portugal, and more news, right? Stay tuned, we have an interesting segment today, although I'm going to have to go a little bit quick today. Anyways, guys, happy Friday. I hope you all are having a great day. If you're tuning in live, welcome, and if you are catching the replay and having suggestions, please make sure you leave us a comment below. Now, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, you hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is on, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description. Now, on to the news. The Portuguese Tax Authority, Tax and Customs Authority, has announced that buying or selling cryptocurrency in Portugal is tax-free. Now, the announcement came at the same time that the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, in the US announced that basically a crackdown on cryptocurrency. However, Portugal has taken the opposite tack, right? So it made clear that buying or selling crypto would not be subject to capital gain taxes or value-added taxes, and that is pretty cool because, again, it drives for adoption, especially if you're gaining on this, right? There's already enough risk in this for people to want to come in and still take some of whatever little money you're making right now, right? So obviously that the fact that the government has to come in and take a chunk of your gains, it's stupid. If they want to do that, they should regulate it completely, right? And not just have it semi-regulated, right? Or still in a gray zone. If they want to take money off your earnings on crypto, they should put the time and come up with a quick solution and with a quick framework, right? I think Portugal's on the right track. They might get more adoption there, and that'll be fine. Anyways, guys, on to the next article. Sorry if I go a little bit quickly today. It is my anniversary, and I have a date with my wife. I just want to get some of this stuff done quickly, right? I also have a commitment with you guys to be here every day, so definitely want to be here. Now, on Thursday, Coinbase said Avalanche, Zello, Chia, Coda, Definitely, Filecoin, Handshake, Cadena, Mobile Coin, Near, Nervos, Oasis, Orchid, Polkadot, Solana, Space Mesh, and Telegram are all being considered for future support, and that is pretty cool that they're gonna bring more tokens or coins into the Coinbase exchange. Now, Coinbase is attempting to add new assets to its platform due to its goal of creating an open financial system for the world. I don't buy it. I think it's BS. I think they are feeling the heat of Binance coming in and definitely probably stepping on their toes, and they probably want to do something to grow, right? Because Binance in the main exchange has way more tokens than Coinbase does, and I guess Coinbase just doesn't want to be left behind, right? Because if Binance starts in the US with it started in the US, right, accepting some deposits, and then all of a sudden they start growing their portfolio quickly, they're gonna be left behind. So I'm pretty sure they want to catch maybe a little bit more income of the people, right? Anyways, Telegram's potential inclusion may eventually connect Coinbase platform to TON, which is the Telegram network, as reported by Decrypt, the other website that we sometimes look at news. The Telegram Open Network is a project designed to introduce blockchain-based payments within the messaging app, and that could be pretty cool, right? Having access to a lot of crypto on the Coinbase exchange, and at the same time being able to use that to spend it via the Telegram app or send it as payment. I think that's pretty nice. Also, again, cases that drive up for adoption, right? Anyways, let's go look at the market and see what is happening. Total market cap on the daily. What is going on, right? Sitting above that 20 MA, well, we don't realize that. We had a red day yesterday, losing 1.13% off market cap, money flowing out of the cryptosphere. Right now, still losing a little bit. Well, it says plus 0.02, even though it looks red. We're actually making a positive over here on the side, and you can see it up here as well. So right now, it's sitting at 261.66 billion. Yesterday, it closed at 261.62, right? So just like 0.4 billion, right? A little bit more now. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the market cap. What is happening with Bitcoin, right? Dominance. Bitcoin dominance yesterday gained a little bit, 0.14%. Right now is losing dominance, 0.15%. Again, that is fine. Starting to make less negative momentum, right? You want to call that. Anyways, let's go on to the Bitcoin news. This article, basically, I want to show it because it does pose an interesting question that it's up for discussion, and it's, will the Bakkt launch help Bitcoin go mainstream, right? Now, I would really like to know what you guys think about this, let me know in the comments or in the chat if you're live. Do you think Bakkt will help Bitcoin go mainstream? The article doesn't really say, it's an open question, right? They do go and touch on other stuff, right? Making Bitcoin more popular, making regulation less scary, custody, that Bakkt is having a custodial services, so obviously they're going to be insured. Will the money managers embrace it, right? They are looking for it as a way to balance in their portfolios. I believe that was interesting. Shopping with crypto, right? Bakkt is partnership with Starbucks, right? So speculation on the goal of like Bitcoin in the retail, payments, right? So, guys, do let me know what you think. Do you think Bakkt will drive up more adoption? Will it help Bitcoin become mainstream? And will it help be a key part of traders' portfolios, right? Anyways, on to the next article. This article is from yesterday, the 19th, and it's talking about the prior day, right? So I was talking about news from the 18th, right? And the 18th, if you remember, we had that drop, and we were wondering what happened on the market, and we didn't have a clear answer. Now, apparently, we are getting an answer. 155 million in long positions were liquidated, right, as it breached the 10,000 support. That probably ended up driving the price of Bitcoin farther down, right, as all those positions were being canceled. And that's probably why we also saw a quick recovery on Bitcoin as well. Like I said, we were not worried when it was dumping. We were calm and trying to figure out what was happening, where it was going to go, if it was going to break a lower supports that we had, if it was going to break that triangle structure, which it still hadn't, right? Anyways, I just want to show this real quick to explain why we saw that dip. They also have it here, right? There was that dip we saw. And actually, we're just going to go look at the Bitcoin chart because it's time for that. What is happening with Bitcoin, right? Still sitting within that 75 and 100% of that downsloping channel, facing some resistance at the 10,243. In this chart, I think I have it at around 10,234. One chart a little bit more, one chart a little bit less. Different bounce points basically in the different charts, right? Anyways, what is happening? We're sitting below at 20 MA, starting to contract on the Bollinger Bands again. Even getting more contraction than before. Again, less volatility going on. Even with this wild swing, it got negated, so it didn't matter. When we see tightening on the Bollinger Bands, we can expect a violent movement to occur. And we are getting very deep into this structure that we have, right? This triangle. So we can break out. We can break out at any minute. It's fair game right now. I believe the weekend might be a little bit calm. Maybe Sunday we might get some movement, depending on speculation on Bakkt launching on Monday. And then, once Bakkt launches, we'll figure out what happens then, right? Anyways, what is happening? We're making nothing, right? Look, a lot of indecision going on. We talked about it the other day. We were saying indecision going on, right? We have been range bound for a while. The market doesn't know what it wants to do, and that is normal once we're getting to that end part of the structure, right? Anyways, making negative momentum right now. Yeah, negative momentum, very tiny bar, sitting around 46 on the other side, right? Also like flat, not much going on the daily. Let's go on the 4 hours. What is happening on the 4 hours, right? We had this flag. We said we could break to the upside, right? If it was potentially a play, it was on the 1 hour scale. We'll look at it again there. We are sitting above that 20 MA. Volatility is open on the Bollinger Bands. Again, we could run up and down and touch either side of the Bollinger Bands. That's fine. We are making less positive momentum. Again, still not too violently stopping it, like we did here to the opposite side. But yeah, still making positive momentum, just less of it. And again, we are seeing neutral at the RSI, on the RSI at 50.10. Could go either way, right? I do believe that we might get to see this movement soon, right? On the 23rd or sometime soonish, right? I mean, it's a long pattern that we've been in, right? It's like I think 80 plus days, On the 1 hour, what's going on? Look, we had this expansion of the Bollinger Bands, right? To the downside, to the upside. It looks like a apple, if you want to call that, or two set of lungs. We're getting some contraction of the Bollinger Bands. Again, really quickly, we got this contraction, right? Volatility after this, it just died out quickly. And you can see that all the movements have been around here. And indecision, right? We made a movement to the upside, we canceled it. We made a movement to the downside, we canceled it. And we've just been trailing along this line, right? If you can see, it's actually more or less the median of where we have been. So 10,200 range, it's the secure place right now. We're making stagnation on the negative momentum, right? Still going down, still a light red candle. About to get across of the MACD over signal line. If we do get it, again, potential price action to the upside. We are sitting a little bit above that 20 MA. And sitting neutral on the RSI at 51.65. Again, we had this. We said it could potentially be bullish. A flag if we were to consider this a pull. I think it was basically a reversal of this. Again, putting us on this same trend that we were in before. And that's probably why this didn't play out. It didn't have to play out. It was a potential thing that we were detecting. And if you were to look at this, we could probably fit this in a channel. It's not going to be a channel that I'm going to trace for determining supports or anything like that, but just to illustrate the area that we have been within, right? So if you want to look at this, right, as a more or less straight channel, you can see that all of the movement has been around this area, except for this dip we had, which we negated, right? But we have been within this channel for a little bit longer, actually. If we ignore those dips, we could probably trace it all the way back to September 16th, right? And even farther back. I mean, this could be a much larger channel. I was just doing this for a quick demonstration. But if you want to do, something like this, did I move something I didn't want before? There we go. I'm just gonna delete it, and I'll just trace it again real quick though. If you want to do something, this is not gonna be a valid channel by any means. I just want to illustrate a point. And you can say that we have been range bound to this area, right? This area that I'm selecting, and that's it. Still moving within that structure, still making less, losing volatility, making less positive momentum. And if we make positive momentum, it might as well just be like another little line potentially. Yeah, that'll be it right now for Bitcoin. Anyways, let's move on to Ethereum. We didn't have news for Ethereum, so we're gonna jump straight into the chart. Ethereum on the daily, what is going on? Yesterday we lost dominance, very little, man. We almost negated it, right? So losing 0.12% right now, gaining 0.8%. Ethereum has been performing very well lately. I'm happy with that. We had our fifth trace. We said we were retracing. We didn't touch that 236 still, but we seem to be like moving sideways right now. Still sitting above that 20 MA. Positive momentum starting to stagnate a little bit. Sitting high on the RSI, still at 71.64. We should cool off before we run again. Potentially we can break down to cool off this oscillator, the RSI particularly, before we run again. Let's go look at the 4 hours, right? On the 4 hours, dude. Yesterday, right, we were doing this, I think. Yeah. or this was 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday, I can't remember. Flag, impulse up, we did get it. Right now, we could have been flagging again, sorta, but we are not seeing that impulse up. We can still be within that flag, or just consolidating sideways a little bit while the market basically cools off. Right, we were high on the RSI. We are right now sitting at 65, still high on the bot scale, but not overbought. Using that upper part of the channel that we once used as resistance, right now being support. Touch a 20 MA on a couple of occasions and bounce off it again. That's pretty good. We used this as support and with the 20 MA, so bouncing off. Again, we made a small island of negative momentum being negated right now. Am I worried? No, because this is lower and this is lower negative momentum. This is less negative momentum than this bar, and we are higher on the RSI, and that's fine. What worried me a little bit is the divergence that we were seeing here, right? And I think we called it yesterday. We said from here to here and from here to here would be a bearish divergence, right? So price action to the downside, potentially. 1 second, guys, real quick. I'm back. Yeah, so like I said, yeah, we had this bearish divergence, price action to the downside. We did get it. It was short-lived. It's this negative momentum that we're seeing, this price action here. Right now, it's starting to go up. That's fine. I mean, we would just be going with the market on the bull side, right? On the bottom side, right? Even on the RSI would be the same thing. Here would have been also that bearish divergence, price action to the downside. That's all they played out, right? Now let's go on to the 1 hour. What is happening on the 1 hour, right? Anyways, we are starting to make positive momentum. That's fine. We are seeing this nice impulse to the upside. That's also fine. That bearish divergence that we talked about here is not present on the 1 hour, right? Maybe not even on the RSI here, right? So from here to here, we'll be higher on the RSI. From here to here, we're definitely higher, right, on the histogram as well. We would get it on the MACD line, right? Like this line from here to here, we would be getting it, right? But other than that, there would be no bearish divergence here, except for that one. Anyway, sitting high on the RSI at 59, still within that neutral zone, probably from this impulse up that we're getting. We did touch this resistance that we have up here. Sorry, it's not a resistance. That's our 100% retrace, right? If we go up, we'll be touching 100% again. So we will be basically going back to where we started at this peak. Yeah, that's it for Ethereum. Let's go to Ripple. Ripple, I only have one article. It's basically on the securities question on the motion to dismiss. Ripple stated that the plaintiff failed to bring a case within 3 years of the initial offering, which would have been by 2013, the initial offering, meaning the statute of repose expired, and that the plaintiff did not plausibly allege that he purchased XRP during the initial offering, and that the plaintiff did not plausibly allege that any of the defendants actually sold the XRP that he bought, right? So basically, if he bought it in an exchange, he wouldn't get anything because he didn't buy it on the ICO. Now, notably absent from the motion to dismiss is a full-fledged argument over why XRP is not a security. Indeed, the filing only addressed the question on a footnote, which is footnote 19, which stated that XRP is not a security because it's not an investment contract, right? The filing goes on to say that purchasing XRP is not an investment in Ripple. There is no common enterprise between Ripple and XRP purchasers. There was no promise that Ripple would help generate profits from XRP holders, and the XRP ledger is decentralized, right? So again, we talked about it once. If you have Ripple or you've had XRP, doesn't mean you are owner of Ripple at all, right? It just means that you own the token. That's it. It's not stock. Now, the footnote also adds that because XRP is a currency, it cannot be also under a security. Security under law, right? So it's a coin, it's not a security. That's what they're arguing. Let's go look at Ripple. Ripple on the daily. What is happening? Yesterday we had a red day, right? Losing some dominance, 1.41. Right now, losing dominance again, gaining dominance, sorry, 0.94. Sitting at 4.88 of market dominance. I didn't say the price of Ethereum. I think it's $220.59. And if I didn't say the price of Bitcoin is 10,158, right? Anyways, the price of Ripple sitting at 29 cents or 29.6 cents if you wanted to get that other digit, or 648 if you want to be a little bit more precise. Anyways, what is happening with Ripple on the daily, right? You might be wondering, why is there's blue stuff down here? I'll show you in a second. Anyways, starting to decrease our positive momentum on the daily, sitting on the RSI at 61, still high on that bought scale, but not overbought. Use this channel that used to be resistance as support. That's also fine. Let's go look at the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, right? Something I was noticing is that these two bottoms are almost the same height. So, I mean, usually double bottoms you get it after a downtrend. Here, it wouldn't be a downtrend per se, but you know, it could potentially play out. I did draw this line that we would have to break above, and then it could potentially be a double bottom that we could be going above it, you know, and then could certainly see more price action to the upside. Is usually a bullish pattern. If it is a double bottom, it's not yet confirmed again. Like I said, we are facing some resistance. We are seeing below at 20 MA, failing to go above it. Volatility is starting to contract on the Bollinger Bands, making less negative momentum. So again, we could see some price action to the upside still, and sitting neutral on the other side at 56, right? That's it for Ripple. Let's go on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, man, we are within this much tighter channel, right? We are in the top part of it, sitting off that 20 MA, making positive momentum still, sitting at 56 on the other side. Again, seeing the same thing, right? A potential bottom with the same lows. If you wanted to do this, you know, you would have an equal on the price, and then on the oscillator, tongue twisted, on the oscillator, there we go. We'll be going here, right? So again, potential bullish divergence, type 2, class B, however you want to call it. So it's medium bullish divergence, right? That would be playing out, and from here to here, I think we're also at the same height. So I mean, here we wouldn't be doing anything on the RSI, and also on the MACD line, we would also be doing something like this, right? So maybe from here to here, you know, making that divergence, you know, could potentially play out to price action to the upside, what we are seeing, but it's very weak. We're not seeing very strong price action to the upside. Again, if we were to break above this neck, it's not a neckline, but this line that I drew around the 30.949 cents, we could certainly see more price action to the upside, and that could be good for Ripple. Anyways, right now it's a potential. It's not set in stone yet, right? Let's go on to Litecoin. There are no news for Litecoin, so we're gonna jump straight into the chart. And after Litecoin, we'll do Binance, and then if there's any questions or if there's anyone in the stream, we'll certainly cover it. But again, like I said, I do need to move quickly today. Sorry, guys. Real life stuff happening today. So, anyways, 1.06% down on the RSI, on the market dominance. Right now, gaining a little bit of dominance, 0.07%. That is fine. Sitting at 1.82 of market dominance. Litecoin at $75.19. What is happening, right? We are sitting above the 20 MA outside of this channel that we had, using it as support twice. Still sitting above that mid part of this other major downtrend, major downsloping channel that we have. Have not made a retrace yet because we have not hit that 236, which would be at $81.76. We are making less positive momentum, right? And we are seeing neutral on the RSI at 55. Now let's go to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, you know, not quite the double bottom, but again, potentially could play out. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly at the same, low on price, right? In Ripple, it just happened that they were very close together. They could still be a little bit off, and that will be fine. Just as long as they're within a reasonable ballpark range, right? Anyway, so it'll be something like this. Making less positive momentum, sitting around 52 on the RSI. Are we doing something? Low, lower, no? What is this? 49.83, and this would be 49.60, almost, right? I mean, slightly going up, more or less the same. And here, you know, we would also be diverging, right? From here to here, would be definitely upsloping, downsloping like that, sorry. So on the price to the MACD histogram, we would have hidden bullish divergence, right? And we would also have it here on the histogram, on the MACD line, and then on the RSI, we would have a sort of like not really divergence, right, yet, because this is a straight line. If we were going down or going up a little bit, then yeah, we would have either hidden bullish divergence or like that would be it, right, if we were going down. But it did not go down. It was 49.60 and then 49.83. This one's still lower, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. We just have it here on the MACD line and the histogram, right? Just keep that one in mind as well. Let's go into 1 hour. On the 1 hour, what's happening on the 1 hour? Low, low, low. Yeah, so from here to here, lower price, right? And from here to here, higher momentum. Again, this would be hidden bearish divergence, so just watch out for that one. And this is lower than this, right? I mean, this is lower than this part, and this is lower island. That's fine. And here we would just be going with the market, so nothing on the bottom parts of this trend. Yeah. So sitting over at 20 MA, starting to make positive momentum, right? Second bar of positive momentum developing. Sitting neutral on the other side, 52. That's it. Nothing else on Litecoin. Sorry guys if I'm going quickly. Like I said, I do have it's my anniversary and I do have to get going somewhere else. Anyways, on Binance, the only news I have for Binance is this: that they're listing Beam. It's an open trading for they open trading for today for Beam to Binance Coin, Beam to Bitcoin, and Beam to USD Tether. So users can now deposit and trade with Beam. That's pretty cool. Another coin that gets supported by Binance, right? Anyways, let's go on to Binance chart. What is happening with Binance? Dominance on the daily. Yesterday losing some dominance, 0.34%. Right now gaining some dominance, 0.45%. Sitting at 1.27 of market dominance. Binance sitting at $21.35. Where are we at? We are still within the downsloping channel. Have not been able to break out. Sitting below that 20 MA. Still making positive momentum. Although they seem to be very equal in length. It's just very slightly going up. So it's almost unnoticeable, right? It just seems like a straight line. But yes, we are making positive. If we were stagnating or making the same, it will turn into a light green. Sitting at 42 on the RSI, which is low but not sold. Definitely, the more sold would be between the 40 and the 30, and below that will be oversold, right? Again, contraction on the 1 hour on the daily Bollinger Band, just like everyone else is seeing, right? Let's go on the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, some contraction is starting to happen again on the Bollinger Bands after an expansion. We need to see that explosive movement to the upside, and again, volatility being open. We can expect wild movements, and we did. We get wild movement to the downside again. It dumped with the rest of the market. We were in a slight uptrend. We said if this could potentially be a flag, it could be bearish. Potential price action to the downside. We did get it. It wasn't too violent, but we did get some price action to the downside. Things that I can see quickly, right? Where is this at? 0.71 and 0.4. Yeah, it's not. It's lower, so nothing. It's just going higher, less negative momentum. That is fine. Sitting around 52 on the RSI, so nothing else. Here we had some kind of bullish divergence again, so I was played to the upside. That's it for this, Let's go on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we had this channel. Could say it was a potential sorry, I got moved a little bit. A potential flag to the upside after an impulse down. It's usually bearish. Price action to downside. We did get it. It was a small dump, but we're going back up. Sitting about 20 MA, a lot of contraction happening on the Bollinger Bands. Starting to make positive momentum. Sitting around 55 on the RSI. Are we doing something, right? Lower price, higher low. A little bit less negative momentum than here, so it's fine. On the high part, right? Lower highs, right? And we are kind of like dying out on the patterns, right? And it's happening with everyone. I mean, we were going like this, and it's like this, and then it's just like dumbing down, right? And then in the end, it's just gonna be like a slight sideways movement. That is fine, it's indecision. Everyone's tired. Bulls, bears fighting it out. They don't know where the market's gonna go. So sooner or later, when Bitcoin breaks, probably everyone else is going to follow, and we'll see if it breaks to the upside or the downside. Yeah, record time for the stream, 33 minutes. I haven't done a 33-minute stream in a long time. Guys, if you are here, say hi, and if you're not, then that's fine. I know one of you had a question. I said I was going to address it in the stream, but if you're not here and we cannot have a discussion on the question that you posed, then I'm not going to address it until you're here, and then we can actually discuss it, right? So I'll let you know what I think tomorrow on tomorrow's stream, or if you want to send me another message on the Discord, I can certainly try to address it there, but it won't be tonight. It will be tomorrow. I gotta get going, guys. Again, so if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Show this stream to your friends, show this to your friends. If they might like it, they might not, who knows. But if they want to get into crypto, it might be a good entry point. We are very patient in explaining things to people, and we do try to explain it the best we can on the trading, on the coins itself, and whatever question you might have in general, right? We have talked about many things. So again, guys, that will be all for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.